Hello, this is Right Side Trader. Today is September 19th, 2025, and this is my weekly market review. I'm reviewing the NASDAQ 100, that's QQQ, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading. So please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other, and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. All right, let's jump over to these charts and see what we see. I know I hadn't sized this up yet, and I hope I'm getting it close enough. Boom. And I like moving it just a little bit where it shows up on the other thing. Okay. All right, maximize this quarterly chart, and let's see what we see. Let's see what we see. All right, we see green. We see that this market closed near the top. We see we finally crossed 600. I didn't want to be saying anything about that. I didn't want to jinx myself because I was long and all, and I'm out now. I'll just tell you that. Yeah, usually I trade the indexes, mainly I'm trading QQQ. I trade IWM. Very seldom I trade the SPY. And I don't even trade the future contracts there that much, and I rarely trade the Dow. But usually I'm trading the indexes, and I do have some individual stocks that I do trade also. Well, that I am in. I kind of can just growl about that. A couple of them I haven't been putting cover calls on them because this market has just been taken off. A couple that I did put cover calls in and blew through those calls. One I will mention, Intel. Intel blew through my thing, I guess, with this big pop that it made here today or yesterday, whenever it made it. And I tried rolling it out, and I couldn't even roll it out. I had put an order to roll it out to make sure I got a credit or something on it, and it didn't feel because I rolled it out about a year. Just to say, okay, I just try to do something crazy. I'm probably just going to let it go. And that's enough about that. Let's move on. The market review here, QQQ. The quarterly chart looks good. Let's go down to this monthly chart. The monthly chart looks good, and still big green candle. The thing normally I would say a big green candle like that, I would think that's might be a final push up and all, but the NASDAQ has been making these big green candles like this. This market has been going crazy here these past few months and all, but that's what we see here. We're still above the 9-10 moving average. That means we're still in a bull market technically and all, and it's just going higher. And I don't see we're going to be at an R1, and then come next month, these come next quarter will be starting. These are quarterly pivots. We're going to be starting out above pivot. So I don't see a reversal here anytime soon. I know a lot of people are getting nervous. Some people are getting nervous and all about this thing running up, but all I see is $1 billion blowing into this market right now. Billions of dollars, not even millions, billions of dollars rolling into this market. All right, let's go down here to this weekly chart. On this weekly chart, what I see, we had a monthly R2. Now that monthly R2 might slow us down a little bit. As you can see, usually we don't get to an R2. We don't get to an R2. We got to an R2 here, then we got to push back. We normally, even in a bull market when this thing is running up, we normally don't get to an R2. We have a hard time when we get to an R2 and all. So right now, this might slow us down a little bit, and being at a round number, let's just see what happens next week and all. But this week, all-time highs. Yeah, it was a good week. That's all I can say. It was a good week but let's go ahead and go down to this daily chart, this daily noise, and see what happened there. And again, let me zoom in here a little bit. This is the thing. This is the whole thing with the candlestick stuff. I have mentioned back here before about the bullish engulf, and I mentioned it here that we got the confirmation. Now we got the follow through, which was expected. We had the FOMC meeting coming up. Also, I don't talk about too much events or too many individual stocks and stuff because I'm really trying to focus on the index itself. But we got to remember those individual stocks, these events, and all are what drive these indexes and stuff. So you got to be aware of what's happening there and what's going on there and all. And one guy had mentioned and tried to say, well, I said, no, I'm trying to just be looking at it technically at the candles, just a technical view of the market, not all of the noise and stuff that's going out there, because there's always somebody on both sides of all that noise. Somebody is positive, somebody's going to be negative. Always, 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 always. You're not going to get everybody saying the same thing. Never in this market. Because there's always two people in a trade. Somebody always buying, somebody's always selling. So you got two people always with two different opinions of what's going to be happening. Just leave it at that. But as you can see, we had all-time highs. We had at a monthly R2, and we're going to have to see what's going to happen here. Let's go ahead and go down to the daily noise and see what's going on there. Here on this daily noise, this was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. This is what kind of faked me out, because I was preparing for the FOMC meeting on Tuesday. And I was getting into trade and stuff. And then come here this day, we ended up down. This kind of got me a little concerned and all. And then once the market did pull back, it was this day. It was this day. And when the market did pull back, it didn't pull back, after FOMC. I think this was FOMC day. It didn't pull back and get green. It didn't even pull back above my R1 level. Kind of had me concerned. But I said my trade. I did carry it overnight, and boom, I got the pop what I was expecting. But that's why, again, I can do the happy man dance and not trade today and not trade for a couple of days at all. Because, again, as we can say, sometimes you just they like to say you get lucky. But, again, everybody kind of knew that they wanted to lower this interest rate. And you get lower interest rate, cheap money's going to flow into the market, bottom line. But that's it. That's pretty much it. Got off a little bit on a little other things than normal. But I hope everybody had a great week. I hope everybody have a good weekend. And I'll speak to you next weekend. This is Right Side Trader. Talk to you next week. Have a good one. Bye.